What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 2 of our All Japan Pro Wrestling Series in TEW 2020. Basically, we have set up we have some backstage incidents that I want to get to before we book the card, but right now we're going to be broadcasting on All Japan Pro Wrestling TV and Gara Sports. Take a look at the backstage incident. Johnny Valletta and Fuchi. Well, went to Wrestler's Court, bumming everyone out. The judge, Fuchi, found them guilty to shut up or cheer up, buy drinks for everyone out the show. Small impact on them. Not joined the rest of the locker room. Mercenary, Danny Jones. Okay, good. So nothing major happened there. So let's take a look at we made some signings. Our new signings are Joe Doring. He's back. He was an All Japan long stay right up until recently, and then he was cut for reasons that I still don't know why he hasn't shown up for a while, but he's back because I liked him and I think he's a good hand to have. David Boy Smith Jr. is another one. I think he was supposed to be in the Champions Carnival earlier this year, so basically he's brought in to the company just to have another really good worker on our hands. We have Jacob Fatu, just someone who's really another Gaijin that we can build around and kind of have something to work with. And then the big signings, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, because we need added depth to our tag team division. So basically it's, just adding some tag team division depth, and Rusev, who's known as Miroslav. So basically we're bringing him in, and we're kind of bringing these guys in to kind of just fill out the Gaijin roster, kind of give it more rivalry, give it some depth to the overall roster, because Japanese-wise, we're pretty good. And Japanese native talent, we're pretty good, and this kind of opens up things for getting rid of guys like the Maltese Warrior, like Gianni Valletta. We don't have to use him as much anymore. He's considered unimportant. He's not really good to what we are trying to do here. So basically, he's someone we can let go of. And then, we have a bunch of guys. One thing I do want to do is sign more junior heavyweights. That's something that will come in the future. So basically, it's something that I'm keeping in mind, and it's something that the heavyweight scene is good. Now we have Jacob Fatu, who's really a monster, and he's going to be a Gaijin, and he's going to, let's go ahead and set this to Gaijin. Nope. Okay. But yeah, he'll be a Gaijin, and we'll kind of have him go, and then we'll debut the Good Brothers and Joe Doring, who is a new stable called the Bomber. It's just an old stable that Joe Doring had. I figured that having a stable will help the Good Brothers kind of assimilate into All Japan and everything else. So we're not gonna put Davey Boy in a stable. He's unaffiliated. We're not gonna put Miroslav or Jacob Fatu, though Jacob Fatu and Miroslav would make a great tag team. I don't know why. I just think we might test them out as a tag team, but for now we're going to debut them and everything else. So let's go ahead. We booked Shinjuku Face again because, money wise, it's not something that we don't want to lose a lot of money. So basically it's something it's a good venue for what we have. It's 50% important. We could run Korakuen Hall, but that's 3,000 yen, $3,000, so we don't have that much money right now. But Shinjuku Face, a good venue for us and everything else. Though I would like to go elsewhere, but Shinjuku Face will work for now. All right, so basically we have put together the card. Let's go ahead and start the show and see where see what happens from there. All right, so in a recent match, Purple Haze defeated Yuma Aogi, Ryuji-san, and Keiichi Saito after Lucas Steele submitted Keiichi Saito. 51 overall rating. The match was short, but everyone did pretty good. Lucas Steele, weak link, still at 30. We need to figure that out. We need to figure out what's going to happen with Lucas Steele. He needs to improve quickly. Next segment, 45 for Kuma Arashi versus Kuma and Ashino versus Jun Akiyama and Masanobu Fuchi. Kind of short, but Fuchi's kind of older, and we don't want to have him do too much. But Ashino got the quick cradle because it's one of those things where Fuchi doesn't take finishers anymore. He just gets rolled up and stuff. So basically, we did that for him today. 55 for Jin defeating David Voice Fit, Joe Redmond, Danny Jones. When Jake Lee beat Danny Jones. The match was a 55 overall, but the crowd got hot after that one, so that's looking pretty promising. Joe Redmond was a weak link at 35, but it is what it is. Kind of. Next segment, 64 overall for Miroslav and Jacob Fatu defeating Kento Miyahara and the Bullplex and basically 70 for Miyahara, 36 for Francisco, 56 for Miroslav, and 44 for Jacob Fatu. So we have a new monster tag team that we're gonna go push, but they're not really the big tag team guys we're gonna push. So, all right, in a good heat, decent wrestling, 57 overall. We had the Bomber defeat Evolution when Carl Anderson pinned Shuji Ishikawa with the Anderson Spinebuster. Yusuke Okada and Luke Gallows were off their games, but at 57 overall, that's pretty good. So recap gimmick changes, badass gimmick, losses hurt momentum than usual. Give poor small penalty for microphone skills made when he looks dominant, and nothing there. Okay. So finish the show. 45 overall. We gained popularity in 7 regions. Still not good enough for Gara TV, which needs a 46, I believe. But we'll figure that out. Danny Jones, Joe Redman, Jacob Fatu, Lucas Steele, like basically the guys we used. But overall, it's, not a bad show. Not a bad show. Real quick, Bomber Saito and Fuchi, another wrestler's court for Fuchi. Fuchi really laying the smackdown on these guys, man. Really keeping them in line. So we're gonna broadcast this on the tour highlights. Events are not being broadcast anywhere. I would like to broadcast this. Currently booking. Click here if you want to name it. Tour highlights of this event. Where are we going? Expected attendance 204 fans for a tour event. Okay, we'll do that. Part of redevelop JR Job Online. Okay. So we shouldn't really do anything crazy on this show. Alright, so we got a shorter card today. We only have to fill 90 minutes of 150 minutes. So basically we filled 90 minutes, and then so basically we're going to book this show and we're going to see what happens. So let's start the show. About that Chavos and non-existent crowd heat. So basically it's just, Young Lions match. It's dragging the lack of flow being noticeable. So they're Young Lions, 22 overall, nothing we can really do about that. 48 for this. Dan Tamora was really off his game, Infantes Terribles. Dan Tamora really struggled to keep up with everyone, but basically he's a young lion, and we want to expose him to these matches. And Koji Hiromoto, Fumura, but Shotaro Ashino with the big thing. So Yusuke Kodama got the win. Next segment, Miroslav and Jacob Fatu beat Suwama and Yusuke Okada. Continuing to push these two guys, kind of establishing them as monsters a little bit. 55 for this match, Davey Boy Smith and Joel Redman defeated Yoshi Ken with a Saito suplex. Joel Redman was the weak link with a 35, but I think him and Davey Boy will make a good tag team together. 55 overall match rating, which is good. And Kento Miyahara once again with a 66. Trying to keep Kento out of the title picture for now is really hard. So we gotta fill stuff for him to do, and then basically by having Davey Boy Smith pin Yoshitatsu, we have a natural contender for the Gara title. Now the Gara title is, I don't know what to do with it. I want to make it. I might just make it into a better secondary title. Right now it's a comedy title, so maybe Davey Boy Smith can elevate it a little bit. And the main event, Jin lost to the Bomber, but when Gallows hit the inverted full Nelson bomb on Yoshida, who was 63 overall. Really good match. So 52 overall. Didn't change any popularity. Used these guys too much, but I'm gonna get these warnings a lot because I just am. 200 people, not really justifying how much we spend on how much we're spending on talent, but 200 people. This show, this game is kind of still a learning process. So finish the show. Didn't gain any popularity because we didn't air the broadcast. We didn't air the tour highlights on this show. We need to get a TV show where it airs tour highlights, because that would be a good TV show to have. So we need to figure that out so it's being broadcast. I think that's what B Banquet is. I gotta figure that out. But basically, that would have been a card on All Japan TV, but for some reason, it's not allowing us to broadcast it on All Japan TV. So, Shingo Arai wants to be paid $190. That's not bad. Let's see here. The show did really well. Excellent. The show went down really well. So basically, we did that. We have no shows until next week. So basically we followed up. So we're gonna go events. We have 3 and 4. We have weeks 3 and 4, tour event that runs for 2 hours, and normal events. So basically here we're gonna have a Triple Crown title match between Joe Doring and Suwama. Then at the Summer Festival, we'll have the Good Brothers take on the Violent Giants, which I look forward to seeing how well that match does. Finances, it's irrelevant because I'm just gonna boost money again. $59,000 in debt, which is something we're not gonna overcome for a little bit. So, but yeah. Well, guys, I'll wrap up this episode of All Japan Pro Wrestling on TEW 2020. If you liked the video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if not, leave a comment below on what I can do better as a booker of All Japan Pro Wrestling. Like and subscribe if you want more TEW content. As you can see, we're also doing a Persona 5 Royal playthrough. So basically, if you want to check that out, we're already a lot of episodes in that. So basically, you can catch up at any point. But yeah, anything else? I guess that's all. So for next time, peace.